It was Monday evening and it was very busy, but I wanted to give a shot at a PR on chin-up triples. The context was kind of favoring me because I started with the upper body part since the turf area was occupied by a class going on, so I couldn't do any sled pushes, and I usually tend to start workouts with the lower body, but it makes sense that if I'm going to go for a max effort on an upper body part, I should probably start with that. So in retrospect, it was a good decision. This is 26 kilos and I think it moved well. The last rep was maybe a bit slow, but I know by now that this is not really indicative of what's going to happen on the top set. Many times I feel like the penultimate set is a bit of a struggle, but then I'm able to go on to the top set and perform well, or at least this is what I've been able to do over the last few weeks, so there was no reason for me to believe that it would be otherwise, and so it was. But before this I was doing some extra exercises for the rotator cuff, the wall internal and external twists, just to pump some blood in there. So this is 30 kilos and it moved well. The last rep I was trying to get as much stretch reflex at the bottom and it was low at the top, but I was able to lock it up, so I'm satisfied with that. From here, I am thinking that I'll be doing another session next week with an extra 30 kilos as my top set, and I might be thinking to go up on the week after that. What I want to do is basically consolidate the effort and probably the strength gains made over the last week and the coming one. So what I'll do is again top up at 30 kilos and maybe do the previous two sets at a slightly higher intensity. So instead of going 22, 26, I might do 24 and 28, something like that. And still maybe keep an extra back of set like in here at roughly 70 to 75% of what was the max effort. Here I was finally able to get to the turf and do some sled pushes. Again, with 100 extra kilos, I am mainly trying to just get some variation in for what could be a sprint effort. So the intensity is high, but the distance is kind of short because it's loaded. And in here again, I am really just going for trying to push as hard as I can while keeping my back straight. And this is also giving me a good sensation inside the shoulder while I am keeping them in full extension. And then I was going into Nordic curls. What I thought about was to go for, since I'm doing 2 sessions of Nordic curls, and one of those is with chin-up triples, which probably are going to be the biggest effort of the day, I should probably go easier on the Nordic curls. Here I was doing 3 full reps with the concentric, and then I was going into a few more eccentrics, and the other sets that I did were also eccentrics. So the idea is to go for eccentrics only on the day that I'm doing higher intensity work for the upper body in terms of chin-ups, and then the next time in the week, the second session where I'm doing Nordic curls, I will go a bit heavier in intensity. So thinking about something like 3 sets of 3 where I'm going for concentric, good effort. In here I don't really feel like I was doing really that great, but looking at the technique, it looks decent, so I don't really have anything to complain.